he running from?
Okay, so you actually, so I was worried that you guys were just like getting my hopes up about the feeling of the forest feeling different.
Oh no, it absolutely changes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was weird.
Well, you were just saying not to say the words Wendigo?
You said Wendigo like over 20 times, and now there's a coyote running in front of us, and when we turn this corner, it's not going to be a coyote. I just want you to know that.
Oh, shit.
It's tennis shoes gave it away.
Well, happy Father's Day, Jeff.
Oh, thank you. Happy Father's Day to you, too.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Steve.
Hi. Yay.
Oh. Well, you never know.
Oh, look at the goodies. They're still here. Got the rubber ducky. Well, plastic ducky.
Oh. Oh, yep.
Some stuff there. I should take a picture and send it to Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Can you show me? Hold on, Chica. I don't want
Sharp ones that look like you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything to give this up?
We brought the
Yeah.
kids and the grandbabies for this adventure.
I'll pick you up. Hold on.
I got you. Come here.
There's a lid to the Jif peanut butter, but there's no jar that goes with it.
Did we look for tracks before we started walking around?
Yeah, there's your track back there.
So, do we know that there was a jar that went with it?
I am assuming. I don't know. I'll have to send that to Jackie and.
Somebody with a Jeep was here and left a ducky. We're leaving that for Bigfoot. Bigfoot likes toys because they have young ones too.
Oh.
And it's hard to get a baby Sasquatch in the tub, so you gotta have a ducky.
Tub?
Yeah. I love you.
I brought some gifting stones. Should we leave a gift for Bigfoot?
I think so. Should we leave a gift for Bigfoot and see if it's here next time? I don't know what that means.
Should we leave some pretty rocks for Bigfoot?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I got my Bigfoot go bag. I'm gonna turn on the EMF. And we're gonna leave some stones.
Usually that goes away forever.
Yeah.
That gives me. Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay, we'll talk about something else.
Never mind.
Uh-oh. What were you talking about?
This is like a movie production. You got to warn a brother if you're talking or if you're recording because we talk about things that are not appropriate.
Yeah, Steve's here, so we gotta be careful.
That's right.
He's scaring you.
All right. Hey, Willow,
Just,
do you want to hold this?
just because I quit drinking doesn't mean I can be trusted verbally.
No,
Okay?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, then I won't tell you. I brought a six pack.
ladybug fell. There's pokies in there. Don't touch. Okay,
Honey,
where are we going?
let,
Oh, we're going to the other gift and stuff?
Okay.
That's a hard hike with kids.
right.
Well, let me put the thing on.
That's a hard. He's in flip flops.
I want to give this to
Okay.
or I want Willow to do it.
We're gonna do some gifting up here, Jeff.
Here.
There's another stump down there that has more activity. Okay, cool.
Will you do it?
What with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
You see the ladybug?
we're gonna leave these for Bigfoot. You want to come with me and do it?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right. We're gonna leave them up here, and then when we come back, it's gone. Okay. And we want to make sure that Bigfoot knows it's a gift. So we'll kiss it. There. And we'll put them right here, like that. Oh, that's probably
Is that exciting?
okay.
Is that fun, Willow?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Say, Bigfoot, where are you?
I tell you what, I would answer.
Bigfoot, where are you? Oh, will you tell him about the state senator raising the Bigfoot, and then your friends at work and the association with this area?
Yeah, so a guy I work with obviously found out that I'm into Bigfoot, and he's not into it at all.
Yeah.
And he goes, I grew up with a guy, a friend of mine. His mom was a state senator, and he swore that his dad hit a baby Bigfoot with his pickup truck, and he brought it home, and his parents nursed it back to health. And his friend told them that he played with it and stuff, and then they let it go. And he said it still comes around sometimes. This was what his friend was telling him.
Yeah, right.
When they were teenagers, and then they were making fun of him, and so he started knocking on a
Powerful.
no, what's that tree?
Madrone?
On a madrone tree.
Oh, yeah.
He was knocking on a madrone tree.
A madrone.
And something started knocking back, and it would repeat his patterns, and it freaked him out. He was like, "Oh, we were all teenagers, and we took off." And he goes, "But he swore to that. As long as he knew him, he swore that was true."
Yeah.
And I asked him, I go, "Where was this?" He goes, "Oh, he was out he lived outside of Cottage Grove, and he gave the location, and it was Almoon."
Wow.
But he named the roads, and he's not into this. He doesn't know that this is Almoon. I was like, "Oh, now I'm paying attention. Like, this probably actually really happened." And he was talking about a house out here that they used to go party in, that there's no roads or trails to. It's just an abandoned house out here somewhere. And when they were teenagers, they would go there and drink and stuff because there was no way for anybody to get there. It was just an abandoned house. And they had experiences there too. They were sleeping out on the deck, and they woke up the next morning and talked about how weird it was that they all dreamt of the same flying saucer.
That's right. Yeah, you told me this.
And now he's like, now he's in his 30s, and he's like, "Dude, we didn't all have the same dream. There was a flying saucer." He goes, "Never even dawned on us. We just all thought we had the same dream."
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
It'd be great to talk to that guy.
Do you think that big feet have a set mating season, or are they like people where they do it all the time?
I think if they had a set mating season, that would indicate a rut and females going in heat, which would make it to where you would see them more.
Okay.
You know how deer and elk get dumb when they're horny, and humans are just dumb all the time, and so we get used to it. No, I think they're more human. That's based on nothing. I talked to Jeff Meldrum for like 10 minutes and realized I don't know anything about gorillas that I didn't learn off a Bugs Bunny cartoon. So I don't know why you'd ask me anything.
It's a question.
It's a legit question. But
I just want to know what my chances are of like seeing a mom Bigfoot and then being able to like bond over breastfeeding, you know? I just feel like that's my in. You know what I mean?
You want to bond with a female Bigfoot? Now you sound like Papa.
Not like in a weird way. Just like in a...
That's not a weird... Yeah, that's not a weird...
No, just like, you got kids on your boobs, so do I. Motherhood, you know?
there you go. Hey,
You know what I mean?
little bonding there.
Did yours go through the terrible twos? Because, like, this is what we're doing. So, you know.
She's great. Yes, I love
Say
you.
that. When she's throwing a tantrum on the floor.
You funny.
Am I funny? No, don't push the buttons. Say hi, Jeff. Look at Jeff.
My name is Jeff. It's my dad's ringtone.
Jeff. Yes.
His name is also.
I'm
That's funny.
cute.
Say hi, Grandpa.
Hi, Papa.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Papa.
Say hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Say hi, brother.
Hi, brother.
Say hi, Mommy.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, baby.
Say hi, Bigfoot.
Is she looking?
We get comments that say you're not being quiet enough to see a Sasquatch. Well, we don't get reports of people sneaking around in the woods looking for Sasquatch, seeing Sasquatch. All the reports we get are people chopping wood with a chainsaw, driving a semi, doing something that Bigfoot apparently finds interesting. And so I think you have a better chance of seeing a Bigfoot if they know you're there and you're doing something they find interesting. The closest we've come, so Scott with Squatch America, he has some fantastic pictures of big feet, and he was being quiet. He was investigating scene. I assume he was being quiet because he's kind of a quiet guy anyway. And then he all of a sudden notices he's being watched. Well, what that tells me is they already knew he was there anyway.
Sure.
They were interested in what he was doing. I don't think you can sneak up on these things. But every animal in the woods instinctively knows what stalking looks like. And as soon as you start stalking, the animals freeze. Well, if a Bigfoot freezes, you're not going to see it.
Right.
It's so hard to see animals. You see movement, you know? And it seems like if we're just going off of just a volume of reports, if you want to see a Bigfoot, be a truck driver.
Right.
That's who sees them.
Yeah. I've heard of.
I was driving a Kenworth when I saw one.
Yeah. Right.
And so it's, and then second up would be people cutting wood with the chainsaw, getting firewood.
Well, and, people always say, "Oh, you're going to go out in the woods and chase Bigfoot, or you're going to go find Bigfoot." And I go, "No, I'm going to go to the woods, let Bigfoot find me."
Yeah.
And that ever since I started with that philosophy, stuff has been happening.
Well, yeah, Ronnie, Ronnie doesn't have any sightings, but he definitely has interactions. And he gets that by going out and singing horrible Beatles songs with a guitar in the middle of the woods. And I think they're coming around
Just
to
let it be. Come on, let it be.
I think they're coming by to tell him to shut up.
Do you know any Radiohead?
But it's you.
I'm really into Radiohead, man.
We've noticed that with hunting too.
Yeah.
In a deer season, if you're creeping around, you'll see deer. When we drive his truck with no muffler, we see tons of deer. They pop their heads up to see what all the noise is about. We start seeing stuff because it makes things move, and it's hard. There could be a deer right there and you can't see it, and then its ear moves and you saw that. And now you see the deer, and that I assume Sasquatch is the same way.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody will sneak up on one. Good luck. So it's much more important. It's much more important for the Bigfoot to know you're here and do something they find interesting. We just don't know what they might find interesting.
Yeah.
She looks like she's doing like a Indian rain dance. Was not. I respect the Indians. My Indian ancestors of the Cherokee tribe up in North Carolina.
Okay. Your lily white family is just like everybody else saying they're Indian, and they're not. It's because Grandma got drunk one time and was like, "I'm Indian," and you believed her.
No. She said, "I'm Irish, Indian, and Texan, you son of a bitch."
Texan's not even a national. Well, maybe it is.
If you're from Texas,
Texas would argue that they're their own race. I know they're different.
Are we dancing? Say hi, Bigfoot.
Hi, Bubba. No.
Do your Bigfoot dance again. How are you going to entertain a Bigfoot?
What?
What might they find interesting? I always like to look on Ashley's face when she's doing her.
Hopefully that.
Okay, good.
Now say, Bigfoot, where are you?
There's a gate right there. How is there a car coming from that way?
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's an airplane.
I know. I heard
My next question was going to be, how is that car flying? But
I heard too. I thought you were.
Should we call Bigfoot? Willow. Should we call Bigfoot? Go, whoop.
that's pretty good.
Let's do it again. Whoop.
Priscilla, you look really pretty, but if you're going to turn me on, I need to hear your crow call. That does it. It reminds me of that commercial. You want something done, you better do it yourself.
Ready?
Ready? Ah! 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 Ready?
Yeah. Here.
Ready?
Yeah. Well, don't break my EMF reader.
One,
I said don't.
ready, 2, 3, ah!
Very good. I thought that was a crow.
I have 39 more times.
Say, Bigfoot, where are you?
Willow,
Lola!
dance to entertain Bigfoot.
Ah! 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 Ah!
I'll show you a picture of my dad. Like,
Lollipop head.
my dad used to be like 140 pounds.
He's larger.
And
Whoop.
his head is almost wider than his shoulders.
Where's Bigfoot, honey?
Anywhere it wants to be.
Well, according to you paranormal types, it could be standing here in this circle with us, and we wouldn't know it because it's in a different dimension.
I feel like you're making fun of me.
A little bit. I'm an aper. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, when we're in a group of people, as soon as I start talking paranormal, Steve's like, "So, did I ever tell you guys about the?" He turns his head and listen to that shit.
No, I listen to it. I don't have a problem with
No, I know.
it. I just,
Just ain't your
Who's
thing.
Indian now? Who's Indian
no,
now?
I hope that's it. That's way more interesting than an animal, than a mammal. I just
Well,
don't.
well, after you guys saw the coyote, I looked over and I saw the Sasquatch one. I decided to,
Well,
it turned into a.
Well, we had said Wendigo over 20 times, and the coyote that we saw, I don't know if you guys noticed, it was wearing Nikes. And so I don't think it's still a coyote. I think it's up here
And it was right after we seen the bunny.
right after we seen the bunny.
Normally we see deer chasing rabbits.
Remember we saw that deer in tennis shoes that looked like a coyote head chasing that rabbit in a circle after following the owl?
Yeah. There's some weird
It was
shit.
really weird, and I don't know how to explain it to anybody without sounding like I'm on drugs. But it was,
Where was this?
we were up by just outside of Oak Ridge. We were hunting,
Confidential.
and we came to never give our locations. We came to a fork in the road, and he goes, "Which way?" And it was all foggy. He goes, "Which way?" And this owl about this high off the ground goes flying and goes to the right. I go, "Follow the owl." So we follow the owl, and we go around the turn, and all of us see up in the road. It looks like it looked like a deer with a coyote's head, just going in a circle in the road, and we're like, "What in the hell is that?" And we get up to it, and it's a doe, and she's chasing a cottontail in a circle in the road. And we all kind of looked at each other and went, "Let's get out of here before that turns back into a person."
Yeah, that's
Nice try, deer, but your shoes gave you away. We saw them.
It's the same place you seen that guy. Same
Was that
area.
the same place?
Same area, yeah.
Yeah, we had.
well.
He walks off into the woods to go look for a bear. He's looking for sheds and stuff, but we're checking areas for bears. And I saw somebody walk by right in front of him, like 25 yards in front of him, that he didn't see down there. And there was no cars or anything up there. So it was just somebody in the woods. And I mean, like, I could describe what I saw, I could describe their shirt, their jacket, and their watch. They were wearing a really nice watch. And walked right by. And I thought it was him coming out. And I was like, he don't have a really nice watch, and that's not even his jacket. Who the hell was that? And so I asked him if he saw him down there, and he didn't see anybody, didn't hear anybody, and he was being quiet looking for bears.
I was looking at a shoe.
He found a shoe stuck in the mud,
Oh wow.
and so it was kind of strange.
Was it pointing up?
When I told my dad a week later, he said there was underwear and shit all over in the road.
Ow. Did you just throw that at me?
Bigfoot did that.
It was big.
Well, I don't know if she just did a drive-by. Okay, you're done.
Wow. And that's why you don't give her your phone.
Did I tell you about the knife? I did tell you about the knife. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
I still don't. I don't know.
Tell them about the knife.
Oh, so a couple weeks ago, I was driving through Sweet Home with a buddy of mine. I was driving and he wanted to stop and get a Pepsi at the 7-Eleven. We were going west through town, and getting ready to turn left, and all of a sudden I see this knife from like 10 or 12 feet up in the air just drop out of the sky, bam, land right on the highway. And I'm like, what the hell? Looked like a knife. And I went to turn and I drove past. I go, yeah, well, it is a knife. So I parked it. Scott went and got a Pepsi, and I walked out on the road. He got ran over like 3 times before I could get to it. And it was a black knife with a rubber handle about yay and a blade about yay.
And then he gave it away.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would have kept that thing for life.
I didn't want that in my...
The universe gave you a knife because it thought you might need one, and you gave it away.
Yeah.
Hey, if a Glock falls out of the sky, would you call me first since you give stuff away?
Yeah, okay.